which makes no sense.
And they asked me if I could get him to confess.
When we met Bill and we heard his intense story, we began to think about how could we depict this traumatic experience, and we turned to what we know best, which is drawing.
I knew there was something wrong, but I couldn't put my hand on it. And nobody told me to look out for these symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. Your brother might have these symptoms, look out. I let Manny get away from me. He started going on at his own. He started bathing less. He started dressing bizarre. Hairstyle. And my little brother was out there in limbo land, fighting these battles.
The other thing with animation is you start from a blank page. So you can draw as much or as little as you want, and you can just make it from nothing. There's no standard that you start from. You just start from, a clean slate, and you create whatever you want on it.
We knew we didn't want to use reenactment, and we wanted to try to describe class and race in ways that didn't automatically allow that to be the first thing you thought about. We chose animation because it describes psychological states and emotional states. And so you really have this possibility of going beyond literally what's the story in front of you and having these other metaphors and describe these qualities so that the whole screen can be completely blank. And you can see one thin line when Bill feels isolated and lonely, or it can feel completely chaotic and hectic when you're describing Manny's state as he comes back from the war and is facing incredible trauma and loss and chaos in his life.
And once we had the radio cut, I think we worked for 2 years every day drawing.
I spent an entire summer drawing the end where Bill's crying. And it took me 3 months to draw that piece.
And it's about 50 seconds.
We decided we wanted to look at the impact of the death penalty on whole communities, on families. And we interviewed a number of families, and then we came to Bill's story. And we felt that Bill told his story so eloquently, and that it raised so many points about failures in our infrastructure, from veterans coming home from war, to mental health issues, medical issues, racism. And we felt that it encapsulated so much that we decided to focus on Bill's story. And then the way that Bill tells his story is so incredibly moving. And so that for us felt like we could spend the time to really want to tell this story.
Oh, God. What will my neighbors think? Will they think that I'm a bad person, that we're bad people? What will my mother think? Would she understand that I had to do what I did? What would Manny think?